Warning, this is a video. Stuff happens. Get used to it. No, but seriously, viewer discretion is advised.
Deep in the forest of Albion lay the small town of Oakvale, unchanged by time and untouched by the sword. Here lived a boy and his family, a boy dreaming of greatness, of one day being a hero.
Oh, for the love of Avo, are you really going to tell us this stupid story again?
Do you have a problem with my story, Jack?
Yes! I and everyone else in this room,
Hell.
I am even willing to bet that everyone watching this video has heard this same story from you like 1,000 times. I am starting to get sick and tired of hearing you repeat this shit every week.
What do you mean, Jack? This legendary tale is from back when video games, stories, were actually unique and interesting.
Are you trying to tell me that you are being genuine right now, Maze? That's a first for someone like you. If you ask me, Maze, it is all a facade. A ploy by the Guildmaster to get us to pay him 20 gold coins every week, just so that he can keep buying those elixirs of life and expand his life expectancy. I don't see why the old fool doesn't just accept his fate and end it all now.
That's all a bunch of hogwash, and you know it, Jack. That sounds like one of those conspiracy theories that the beggar outside of the Heroes Guild keeps telling people who pass by him in an effort to take their money.
Well, what I really meant was...
What's next, Are you going to tell us about how our water is spiked to alter our thoughts? How about a giant kraken that is apparently able to live in Bargate Prison, even though, to all of our knowledge, that place has been abandoned for centuries?
Pfft! A kraken in Bargate Prison? Ha ha! Ha ha! Don't be ridiculous. Who would have the time, effort, and superhuman strength or magical ability to pull off something like that? Never mind all of the logistical problems you would have, like do you dig a giant tunnel underground from the ocean, or do you use a large crane and manually pull the damn thing into some kind of chamber that is submerged in water? Who knows? Just ignore those rumors, Weaver. I will make sure to deal with whoever it was that spread such things, personally.
You clearly have no interest in the arts. My lyrical opus is wasted on your Philistine ears.
It's best to just ignore him, Guildmaster. I am pretty sure that it is obvious to everyone here that Jack of Blades is nothing more than demon scum.
Why, Briar Rose? I didn't know that you thought so highly of me.
Don't even try to talk your way out of this one, Arse of Blades. You literally tried to kill me that one time when we went to Lady Grey's Christmas party and you gave me a present to take back home with me.
You see this bullshit? Some people show absolutely no appreciation or gratitude. The poor kid didn't get a present from anyone else, and just because my gift was an ancient minion that tried to kill her, suddenly I am the bad guy. Well, sorry, Miss Lyre Rose. I'll just donate that money to orphans next time or something.
Don't try to paint yourself as the victim in all of this. You are literally the one that tried to murder me, under the guise of kindness and generosity.
Jack of Blades, the Mr. Sandman of Albion, the boogeyman who watches and kidnaps children in their sleep. Are you trying to tell me that the Jack of Blades could possibly be a murderer?
You mean an alleged attempted murderer?
I simply can't believe it. Me and him went through the entire arena without taking a break. That effectively makes us brothers.
Calm down, children. It is okay. There is no need to worry. Our old friend, Jack of Blades here, was just expressing his feelings. I am sure his intention was to give me some necessary and clearly warranted feedback about my epic story. We should, at the very least, hear him out. Does anyone object to this?
Nope.
No.
Fine, whatever.
Good. Now, if you would please, Jack, tell us what the problem is.
Well, what I was trying to say was, why do we have to hear you repeat this simple-minded storyline over and over again? I mean, a kid could come up with something more creative than this.
Hey, I am a new apprentice at the Guild of Heroes. I have never had the chance to hear this story before.
Anyways, the point that I was trying to get across is that this is not anything special. It's just the Guildmaster sitting there spouting false prophecies about some fucking kid who he claims is going to magically solve all of Albion's problems, both literally and metaphorically. We all know the plot and its two distinct endings by now. The story is all about some stupid kid whose village was burned down by bandits and he only manages to survive because of some old wizard that can't stop downing will potions due to his serious withdrawal symptoms since he treats them like fucking blue mushrooms.
Oh wait, that's my cue. Hold on a second, people. There it is. Man, that's the stuff.
As I was saying, I want something new, something unique, something original.
Okay, I think I get your point. You want something different. Let me just change things around and, let's see. Something original. And there, that should solve the problem. Let us see where this takes us. We begin our epic fantasy adventure story, somewhere deep in the magical forests of Albion, at a location that is in the northeast part of the country, which is known by all of the locals as the Guild of Heroes.
You really can't let go, can you?
Shush. Renowned for its educational scholarship program, it is here that a boy with great potential is willing to train day and night so that he can one day get revenge on all of the bandits who murdered his entire family in the town of Oak Vale. And, I guess, there is also all that spiel about wanting to become a legendary and noble hero, but that's really more of a side quest when you think about it.
There is little else for me to teach you, but I will always be around to offer you guidance. And your guild seal will allow me to communicate with you at all times. You will also notice it flashing when you have enough experience to spend. I have given you a basic pack of supplies. It'll be enough for a while. Now there's a whole world for you to explore.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Guildmaster.
I bet he's never been kissed in his life.
What do you reckon to that one, then?
When Maze betrayed me, I knew he was a coward. But you are the biggest disappointment of all. You have been given too much power, and it has corrupted you.
He knows I only farted, right?
Stop this now, and there is still hope for you, for all of us.
Okay, maybe that wasn't how I planned the story to go.
No shit.
But have no fear, as the Dungeon Master is here, ready to whip up another legend for this interesting role-playing experience.
Please, for the love of Arvo, never say that ever again. It was so uncool.
Fuck off, you wench. If our main character isn't going to take their role seriously, then that means we are just going to have to find, create a completely new one for ourselves, and see where exactly the story takes us. After all, who doesn't like a little bit of improvisation? Hi, I am Weaver, and here on Boundary Break, what we do is we get the camera and we take it somewhere else. Wait a second, that was the wrong script.
Oh, for crying out loud. It's official. The Guildmaster is suffering from dementia. I just diagnosed it. Right now.
Apologies to all of you guys at home watching this live broadcast. I get kind of nervous when I make mistakes.
Welp, it looks like we have lost him. He is starting to talk to himself, and odds are he is going to ask people to like, comment, and subscribe, since YouTube heavily recommends we do that in case the audience magically forgot how to use the internet all of a sudden, or something like that. Well, Maze, it looks like this is the best excuse, if any, for you to whip us all up a meal. After all, this could take a little while. You know how needlessly philosophical the old fool can get, and I didn't have my breakfast this morning, so I'm feeling very peckish.
Ah, yes, good idea, Jack. Kelek banoth seres, hartax phonos feres veri jarek, apoctila supos, Delne retogmutos seres hatax vonosvaret, epox supas acelak, retogmutos alabalast. Right, so what am I cooking today?
Will the Guildmaster be all right? Just talking away like that.
I don't even think anyone cares anymore, to be honest with you.
I long for that taste of roasted balverine claw. There's honestly nothing quite like it.
Meanwhile...
Oh, for the love of Scorn, this is just embarrassing. It appears I have completely broke the fourth wall with this one, and the fourth floor, and the fourth sky, and the fourth dimension. I mean, just look at this. You're clearly not viewing the world the way Peter Molyneux intended it. I mean, just imagine if we were in some other area of the game, like the Chamber of Fate, for example. That would have gave us a whole lot of nasty spoilers that would have ruined this magnificently handcrafted storyline. But that is okay. I am sure I can fix this whole mess by simply restarting the story from the very beginning. Just give me a moment to tweak the settings in our favor, and voila! Oh, for Upvo's sake. We weren't supposed to go that far back. We already established this part. Maybe my mother was right. I should have really took that job as a bartender, rather than become a worthless narrator. But I guess there is no turning back now. I am forced to deal the hand that I am dealt with. What about you? How are you enjoying the experience so far? Have you drank plenty of water to keep yourself hydrated? Have you told your entire family how much you love them? Have you ever wondered how much time you have left in this mortal coil, and how much of it is being wasted here on YouTube? Yes, I am talking to you, the viewer of this video. Right here, right now. Would you say that I'm a good narrator? Because if you do, then I can only stroke my large ego if you comment down below about how stupendous my narrative skills are. And don't worry. This isn't some kind of sponsorship advertisement for Manscaped or something like that. I am being very serious here. I mean, just because I'm your neighborhood narrator, that doesn't mean I can't care about you, the viewer. Now, click that bloody like button already so that we can move on. I am tired of having to suck up to you. Yeah, I am being very serious. We aren't moving on until you do. Don't worry, I can wait. Have you done it? Have you liked the video yet? All right, good. Let's get this show on the road, then. But look at me. I am just mindlessly having an existential crisis and going through the 5 stages of grief, whilst you are sitting there patiently, eager to hear an exciting story. I can see it in your eyes, your heart, and your soul. So, from this day forth, I promise you a viewing experience that you will never forget. I will make winning an Oscar look like child's play when compared to the writing and acting potential that is located within the 4 walls of my cranium. Anyways, what I meant to say was, this is the direction we must take the camera in order to find the next protagonist for our epic adventure quest thing.
Thank you for such a nice meal, Maze. It really hit the spot.
Meh. It was all right, I suppose.
Hey guys, I think the Guildmaster might be back on track now. We should, probably get back to listening to his story before he gives us some kind of pop quiz at the end and asks us about what happened. I love that woman, just saying.
Hopefully this one is more interesting than the last hero we had to suffer through. But I can't make any promises. Oh, you're just going to have to trust me on this one.
You little snotbag. You know nothing of the world.
I mean, just look at this fine specimen of a hero, right here. He looks like he has seen his fair share of adventures and quests.
Oh, to have a sword again. I'd gut you where you stand.
All right, it is official. This guy was once an adventurer of some sort. I wonder what his relevance to the story is. Wouldn't it be weird if he was like Scarlet Robe's brother or something, so that the hero would feel bad once he realized that he farted right in the face of his uncle at the start of the game? Ah, what nuanced storytelling.
Oh, warrior, what did you do? Choke your enemies to death with your stench?
And as you can see here, there is a kid, a bully, a future thug roaming the streets of Albion and wasting his time by bothering this weathered adventurer. But since the adventure is old, he is unable to... Wait a second. How did you get here? Wait, no! 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 Sigh. I don't think I can take any more of this. Why does he insist on doing this every single time? I am the narrator. It is my story. So why won't he just do what I say?
Don't be so hard on yourself, Guildmaster. Everyone has their fair share of strengths and weaknesses.
Speak for yourself, Missy. Weaknesses? What are those?
As I was saying, maybe this story just isn't for you?
No, wait. I've got it. I think I understand how to solve this problem once and for all. Come on, Weaver. How could you be so blind to the truth? Get it together, man.
Guys, I think he might be talking to himself again. I don't like the sound of this.
You see, the issue is that I was using that good-for-nothing, arseface-looking weirdo as a main character. That absolute toe rag. I gave him a place to live. I gave him friends. I taught him how to survive. I even read him bedtime stories before he went to sleep. And this is how he repays me. Well, no more. I have had enough of his foolish games. Instead, we are going to completely ignore that worthless excuse of a hero's story and focus our attention somewhere else. Well, that didn't really turn out so smoothly. Now, did it? Screw it. You know what? Why don't we pay a visit to another part of the country and see how the story's playing out there instead? With that being said, we continue our epic fantasy adventure tale at a location that is known by some as Bar Gate Prison.
What did I tell you, Weaver? There is nothing interesting happening in that old decrepit place. Trust me, it hardly makes for a good story.
Irrelevant.
Someone, help me! This stupid mongrel managed to eat my clothes. How the hell did you even get down here? There's a bloody man-eating kraken guarding the path. That's a good boy. Please, don't eat my shorts, doggy. This game is not allowed to have real nudity. Help! Help! Help!
I will be honest. This part was not in the script. But, let us just move on from all this.
Wow. Did you see that just now, Jack of Blades?
Why, yes, I did. I wonder how a mangy dog like that managed to sneak its way through an ancient demon door, a horde of undead warriors, all of the guards that we hired, and even a legendary kraken. That takes some serious skill. I guess we can just ignore it for now. It's not like it is hurting anything, or ruining any of our diabolical plans for world domination.
Yeah. Whatever you say, Jack.
Hey, Maze. Would you like to see something that the kids these days would call cool?
Sure. What is it that you want to show me, Jack?
Right, just give me a moment to...
Wow, that's incredible, Jack. Where did you learn to do something like that?
Oh, that part's easy, Maze. All I had to do was simply practice for an entire eternity by possessing the bodies of over 1 million human hosts every single time that I died. During all of that time, I was able to both hunt down and kill an ancient dragon. Using my knowledge of the world, I had managed to preserve its corpse for safekeeping. I believe it's located somewhere in the northern wastes, so my power is very limited from this distance.
That's great news, but...
What's wrong, Maze? Just spit it out already.
Well, it's just... I was wondering, why don't you just use this newfound ability to get yourself the Sword of Aeons?
What do you mean?
Hear me out, though, Jack. You see, you're going through all this effort just to weaken and take advantage of the hero of Oakvale's bloodline.
It's, a little bit more nuanced than that, but yes, that is kind of the point.
So, I was thinking, couldn't you just, I don't know, transform into the greatest creature known to man and simply destroy Albion that way? After all, your only real motivation is revenge.
Gasp! Don't be stupid, Maze. I thought someone of your stature had more class than that! There is no way I am transforming into some giant, ferocious fucking dragon just so that I can cheat my way to the Sword of Aeons. After all, I had already spent centuries just to claw my way to this very point. Why would I spoil this beautiful moment by cheating now?
That's weird. I never thought you would care about the concept of cheating.
That is because you are a noob, Maze. You wouldn't understand how absolute Giga Chad alpha males like myself try to limit ourselves as much as we can, simply so that our victory feels even just that slightly bit more rewarding. It's both mentally and physically draining, but I get all the bitches, so who cares?
I mean, I sort of understand that aspect of it, I guess. It's just that you have already spent a century.
Pfft, you mean centuries. Maze. Get your facts right.
Right, sorry about that. You have already spent centuries trying to get back this Sword of Aeons, and my point is that, why not? You know, speed up the process a little bit and guarantee your success. Why go through all of this rigmarole of harvesting souls to power the sword, when you, yourself, are already stronger than it? It just sounds like a missed opportunity to me.
What is it exactly that you are trying to get at here, Maze?
You know what? Never mind. Forget that I even said anything. You just keep doing whatever it is you are doing, Jack. If you want me, I will be at the Guild of Heroes, crying about why both of my masters are absolute tools. Toodaloo.
I don't know why, but I get the sense that Maze was trying to tell me something. But I can't quite put my pointy finger on what it is he was trying to say. Oh well, if Maze isn't around anymore, then I guess I best go to the Darkwood Bordello and pay good old Pretty Polly a visit.
What did you say?
To steal her soul, you absolute dolt! Get your mind out of the fucking gutter! What in Scorm's name was that?
That's strange. It sounds like it came from the Kraken chamber.
I think those barriers are connected to this thing.
All right, that's it. I have had enough of this shit. Maybe you're right, Jack. I am so used to retelling the same story over and over again that I simply can't think of something new or interesting.
You sort of deserved it for spreading around a load of bullshit. I warned you that a story about a Kraken in Bargate Prison would literally make no sense whatsoever. Let us just move on from such foolish rumors.
Perhaps someone else should take my place?
Oh, me! I want to go first!
Oh no, I would prefer if you didn't have a chance to speak your mind, ever. Especially when considering the fact that you had the chance to go first in the last video. Let someone else handle the situation for once. You absolute control freak.
Oh, just shut up, Liar Rose. We all know that you buy your trophies from the Bowerstone market. It doesn't help that you leave the barcode labels on the bottom of them.
Is everyone okay?
We came over as soon as we could, once we heard reports of 3 heroes with their weapons drawn out inside of a school. Oh, it's just you guys.
Ah, if it isn't the beautiful Mademoiselle Grey.
Oh, brother, here we go again.
You see, my lady, as your devoted ambassadors of the Heroes Guild, We like to come to Bowerstone every week and show our faces, talk with the locals, and tell stories to all the children. That and my dear friend Maze likes getting absolutely shit-faced at the pub.
The Guildmaster is just straight up spitting facts right now.
Yeah, like how he has a strange obsession with children.
But what matters is that we hope our visit will inspire your people to better themselves, or possibly even to join us on our important mission to save all of Albion.
Should I arrest them all, Miss Gray?
I mean, as much as I would love you to, it's probably for the best if you don't.
But, my fair lady, though I would never doubt your infallible wisdom, are you sure you don't want me to arrest them? As we have just established, some of them have clearly got their weapons out inside of a school. Shouldn't we be thinking about the safety of the people?
Well, let me ask you this question, Sheriff. Do you really think you would be able to arrest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? That's 6 legendary heroes, all with their own unique name, weapon, and abilities. You might as well just let them be. You're more useful to me as a sheriff if you aren't dead.
Ah, Miss Gray. Always thinking about the needs of your subordinates over your own. This is why we all respect you here. That, and you are our mayor. So you pay our salary.
Why don't you join us, Miss Gray? Just because you aren't a hero does not mean that you can't come up with a good tale or two of your own.
While I appreciate the offer, Mr. Weaver, was it? But any of the stories I would be able to bring to the table would just be heavily themed around how promiscuous my relationships have been in the past, and how I spend most of my life in an endless loop of debauchery.
Oh, please. One quick story. You can't keep us hanging like that.
Why is every guy that we have in the Guild of Heroes some kind of perverted old man? It makes me sick.
Yes. And have you ever noticed how none of them are ever gawking at you? You should take the hint, Briar.
Well, it looks like it was just a false alarm. Let's go now, Sheriff.
Yes, my almighty. Amazing, great, powerful, beautiful, all-encompassing, divine, holy, pure, innocent, supreme conqueror. That pays my salary.
That was weird.
Damn straight.
I know. Why don't I tell you all about the time I took down a mighty kraken on the way to Albion?
Unfortunately, I must object to that one, Thunder. I think we have had enough stories about supposed krakens living around Albion for one day, perhaps even a lifetime. Plus, you will only make Jack of Blades angrier.
Perhaps I could give it a go.
Ah, Whisper. Why not? As the new apprentice of the Heroes Guild, you should show us what you're made of. You might not have the experience, like some of us around here, but I bet your childlike imagination will help carry you there.
Great. Should I, go onto the stage?
Why, of course. If you feel like having a bigger presence on the stage will assist you, then I am all for it. You may also want this special book. Just write down all the bullet points for your story, so that the person editing this entire video actually knows what to show the viewer. All I will say is, good luck, and I will be just outside.
All right. Let's see what this book is all about. I once heard of a terrible place called Witchwood. They say that the creatures which live here are so ferocious that people rarely leave the place in one piece. Despite this reality, many traders walk through the forest of Witchwood in hope of making some real profit in the next town. There is one creature in particular that lives deep in Witchwood Lake, which is always lying in wait, waiting for its next target. And they call this creature the Nymph. As long as such a being is allowed to roam around, luring men into their grasp, then no one is safe to enter the forest of Witchwood.
Boring. Can we move on from this? I know you're just a kid and all that, but you really aren't going to impress anyone here with stories about dark fantasy wannabe fairies.
But I had a whole story about nymphs, balverines, and hobs. They were all meant to band together to take down the town of Knothole Glade.
That's just as boring. Come on, Whisper. I can raid that entire town in my sleep, for crying out loud. You know what? I nominate my dear friend Maze as the next narrator. I am sure he has plenty of interesting stories to tell.
Oh man, you really shouldn't put me under the spotlight like this, Jack.
It will be fine, Maze. In fact, I even have a topic you could discuss.
And what exactly is it that you would like to know about, Jack?
Well, if I am not mistaken, I don't think you have ever told anyone around here about how you became the famous Chef Maze that you are today. Surely there has to be some form of substance there.
As much as I would like to fulfill that desire, Master. My dear friend known as Jack. I am not sure if I can share it with the others, however. The tedious grind that I had to endure at the start of my career was actually really embarrassing.
Come on up here, Maze. Don't be a chicken now.
Whatever. I feel like I am intoxicated enough to do it now. Show me where to go.
Just stand there. Yes. Perfect. Right. Like I said to Whisper earlier. Book, special. Right stuff. It goes on the screen for everyone to see, and we can move on. Capiche?
Right. I think I get it. I've seen you do it about 1,000 times, so it can't be too hard. Let me just recall what exactly happened back then. Long before I became the head of the Heroes Guild, I was actually a skilled alchemist and botanist that was born in Hook Coast. I knew a lot about plants, flowers, fruits, and vegetables. How to make them, what they do to you, and even what you can make them into. But instead of using my talents to create unique potions or elixirs, like most people in my field would naturally do, I instead had a different passion burning inside of me, the desire to cook. Okay, Maze. Get it together, man. This shouldn't be a problem. All you have to do is create a meal that will delight the chef and then prove to him how much potential you have in this industry. No pressure. It's just your entire future that hangs in the balance.
1 minute to the window, yes?
I am sorry, Chef. I need more time. Maybe we can compromise at 3 minutes. I am sure the consumer can wait a couple more seconds.
3 minutes? Why?
Well, I mean, the food has to actually be cooked to a certain specification, Chef. I don't want to give any of our customers food poisoning or something.
What's the matter with you?
I'll be honest, Chef. I am more of a plant kind of guy. I have never had the chance to cook meat before. I don't really know what I am doing.
What do you mean you can't cook meat?
Don't get me wrong, Chef. I appreciate and respect all of your accolades. It is without a doubt that you are the greatest cook in all of Albion, but I think you should give me some breathing space. I need focus in order to work my magic.
Come here, you fuckface. Just what the fuck are you doing? Every table so far, nothing's coming out. You're standing there, you're screwing me, and you're fucking useless.
Pardon my manners, Chef, but a meal like this takes time to actually prepare properly. If I serve it the way it is right now, then it might not be as appealing to eat, when compared to the effort that is required to actually have the patience to meticulously put every little detail together.
You're pushing me to the fucking limit, big boy, huh?
No, Chef. I meant absolutely no ill will towards you.
Oh, fucking hell. I was wondering what the fuck you're doing.
You're right, Chef. Perhaps I am taking my sweet time to prepare this meal. Maybe I shouldn't be trying my best to perfect the recipe.
Oh, come on, you're right. Got to fucking right.
I guess you might as well check it out now then, since you seem so eager to judge it.
Unbelievable. No. What is that? What is that? What is that?
That, Chef, is what is known as a crunchy chick. They are a common delicacy amongst those that are morally questionable.
It's fucking love!
Let me just quickly turn off the stove before I forget. Now, what was it I was going to say? Oh, yes. I mean absolutely no disrespect when I say this, Chef. But you are, in fact, a bit of an asshole. I used to admire you, look up to you. I wanted to be just like you, the master chef of Hook Coast. However, all you have done is made me realize why I shouldn't have faith in anything or anyone. Why I shouldn't actually meet my heroes in person. Because no matter how hard I try, it just isn't good enough for you. So, it is with this, that I must resign from my occupation. Good day to you, sir.
Drink for me, please.
After that moment, I felt lost. It was like my whole identity was turned into ashes. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, that sort of thing. To put it more broadly, I basically felt like I was trapped in a loop where I wanted to pursue something, but the world would knock it all down and force me to restart from scratch. Usually, when things like this happen, I move on and feel like I am reborn, a new man. But this time was different. In fact, I dare say that the whole ordeal was a traumatic experience. I didn't know what to think, what to feel, or how to act. That all changed, however, when a stranger walked up to me as I was on my own. They said that I should never lose my faith in my passion, that I should keep pursuing my dreams, no matter what anyone says, thinks, or feels. For this is my destiny, and my destiny alone. Unfortunately, I never got to ask the man's name. I would be surprised if he was still alive.
Did you make up that last part, or did it actually happen?
What do you mean, Jack? Of course it happened. What do you think I am? Some kind of liar? Do you really think I would sit here and deceive the entire Guild of Heroes?
First of all, yes, I do think that, because it is sort of a plot twist involving your character.
Good point. Please, go on, Jack.
Secondly, the only reason I brought that up was because how you described this person, it sounded a lot like, you know what? Never mind. It's not important.
Look on the bright side. At least Jack of Blades didn't actually interrupt the entire story like he did with other people. You know what? Maybe I should give it a go. I have never had the chance to tell a story before.
As much as I would like to, sit here and admire whatever storytelling potential you might have, I don't think everyone wants to hear a story from someone who is literally nicknamed Liar Rose by every single person in the Guild of Heroes.
Come on, Guildfarter. The only reason people believe that I am called Liar Rose is because you won't explain the full story about what happened. And since you have a shred of authority in that madhouse, people instantly believe you.
I still stick by what I said, Liar Rose. If anything, I feel like it is Jack's turn to give it a shot. After all, he has been waiting this entire episode to do so.
Pfft. Whatever. I never wanted to tell a story anyways. And just for the record, I hate every single one of you.
Woohoo! It's my turn. It's my turn. And Briar Rose doesn't even get a turn, because it's my turn. It's my turn. And like a stupid, silly rose, I hope she burns, because it's my turn. It's my turn.
Wow, Jack. Did you think of all that yourself?
Why, yes, Thunder. It was all off the top of the dome, as you humans would say.
Stop trying to rub it in my face and get on the damn stage already, you grotesque monstrosity.
Oh, do I sense jealousy in that voice, Miss Rose? No matter. Once you hear my amazing story, you will never want to even hear another one ever again. It's that good.
Whatever. Get over yourself, Hellboy.
All right, Jack. Enough of tormenting the witch. Yes, she is just a witch. Anyways, come up onto the stage and I will show you how to work the magic of this ancient book.
Oh boy, I am so excited that I could practically explode and implode simultaneously whilst leaving behind nuclear fallout around the vicinity of the location I am currently at, because the reaction would be that severe.
I pride myself on being a really smart guy, Jack. And yet, I have never heard of this nuclear fallout before. What is it? What does it do? Where does it come from?
Don't worry, Maze. Trust me, it is nothing for you to worry about. I don't think you humans are ready for it. Quite just yet. You see, it involves a material that could potentially give humans limitless energy to power things like houses, machines, and just improve their quality in life in general. But odds are, you would all just end up creating weapons with it to destroy each other anyways. So, what's the point? Actually, now that I think about it, that's not a bad idea. Right, let's get this show on the road. I feel inspired.
That is odd. The music in the background appears to have changed into something very ominous, almost like combat music. Anyways, come on up, Jack. You see, what you have to do with this special book is...
Shut your putrid mouth, Guildmaster. No one cares about your blasted tutorials. I have the book. Don't you get it? The story is now in my hands, and no one can stop me. Ha 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 ha.
Sigh. Why do I feel like giving him the book can only end badly for us?
All right, you absolute degenerates. Allow me to show you how to tell a real story. Trust me, you will wish you asked me to do it sooner. So, this is our main character. Is it? I don't know. He doesn't look cool enough to me. Let's fix that. There we go. Now that is a character that we can all relate to. Am I right? Yes, I can see this guy going places, doing amazing things, changing the world in his own way.
Oh, sweet Avo. I think I may have just doomed us all.
All right. Since this is my story, I automatically start off with 8,000 will points to spend. And nobody can do anything about it. I think we all know what exactly I'm going to spend some of those points on. So the hero now has 3 magic abilities, and he hasn't even left the Guild of Heroes. Isn't this story so fun? Why we could take down anything with such potential. Excellent. Oh. Now before our amazing hero can go on such an epic quest to, save people or whatever, he first needs a weapon. Because this iron longsword just isn't going to cut it. Ha ha ha, get it? Cut it. Because it's a sword and you can... Actually, never mind. Behold, mortals, I will show you all my amazing powers, for if I position myself just right and spam these spells enough times, voila, we have ourselves one of the strongest swords in the entire game. Universe.
It's official. We're all going to die.
It's so beautiful, isn't it? Bask in its magnificent glory, peasants. I've waited far too long for this moment, and now it's time to put my plan into action. And where better to start our chaotic rampage than right here at the good old Guild of Heroes? I feel like I'm intoxicated with power right now. I love it. Is everyone ready? Because it's the Guild's blood next. Then I will make this world burn. Yes, let's start off by killing the old man. I'm starting to get sick of hearing his voice in my head all the damn time.
Please, Jack, I am begging you. Don't do this to me.
Quiet, old man, you're finished. I have the book, which means I hold all the power.
Try to get your combat multiplier even higher.
Don't you worry, Guildmaster. I will do that right now. All that delicious experience. I just want to slurp it all up.
Help! Me!
Hey, what just happened to the Guildmaster?
Fools! Don't you get it? This is what that poor excuse of a Guildmaster was trying to warn us all about. You see, he wasn't lying when he said this book was special. Because if something is written in this book, then that means it actually happened. It's canon. The story has officially been rewritten by me. That means the poor old man is now obsolete.
No, Jack. That's not necessarily true. You see, I was just choking on one of those elixirs of life. And to think, I could have died, and not a single one of you did anything to help me. You should be ashamed of yourselves.